Hello, friends. I hope you're all well. Today, as we practice, I would like you to be mindful of your breath. Don't try and control the breath, but be aware of it throughout the practice. You should maybe have available to you a vessel of some sort. We may use that today as a meditation practice. So if you want to, just stop the video and get something. It could be a cup, it could be a vase, it could be anything that you happen to like, a little bowl, anything. Also, you may want to have some tissues in case you need to sneeze, and I recommend that you have a blanket. And please be seated comfortably. Make sure, if you're seated on the ground, that your hips are elevated. I like to use a block of some sort, but you could use a towel folded up so that your hips are elevated. You want to have your hips above your knees. If the knees are above the hips, what's going to happen is your back is going to start rounding, and it'll be harder for you to maintain a comfortable practice with your spine like that. So please don't just sit on the floor. If you're going to sit on the floor with something you're sitting on the floor with. Also, a blanket. I like to have a blanket. Even in warm weather, I use a blanket. And I find that just helps to make me feel a little more cocooned, as it were. And that I found to be a nice feeling. Mind you, that is how I feel. The other thing is, if you're wearing glasses, I recommend that you take the glasses off. The other thing, too, is make sure you keep your tongue soft and keep the roof of the mouth soft. You can keep the eyes open if you like, half closed or closed, whichever happens to work for you the best at the time. So, I'm going to use a blanket. Just take that and wrap it around my shoulders. I find that it's also very nice for Shavasana, and just when it's cool and you're sitting about. If you're seated in a chair, please make sure that your spine is comfortably straight and try not to lean against the back of the chair. Also, try to have your legs, your shins line up beneath your knees, not forwards or backwards. If the chair is rather high, put something down for your feet to be on so that your knees are at a comfortable level for you. So to begin with, roll your shoulders over, lift the collarbones up, drop the spinal scapula, the top part of the shoulders, drop that down your back. Keep your face relaxed, the roof of the mouth relaxed. And please remember, if you need to move at any point, please move. Excuse me. Just so you know, my dog Tufty is in here. She's actually lying by the camera stand. So it's possible that you may hear her make some noise during this session. So if you do, please don't be put out by it. And also, speaking about extraneous noises, anytime you're practicing and you hear something, that could be a useful tool to bring you back to your practice. So if a dog barks or a car goes by, just use that as a means to bring you back to what it is that you're working on. I encourage you to have a regular practice. You can determine the amount of time, but ideally 20 minutes or more. But if you're just beginning, perhaps not. Whatever happens to work for you. And regardless of whether you actually meditate during that time, please always be there at your time and stay there for the amount of time that you said you were going to sit for, whatever sitting is happening, whatever sitting happens to be for you. So, lengthen your spine. Be comfortable. If you want to, you can sway back and forth a little bit, front and back. If you're seated on the floor, you can have your hands down or in a mudra if you like. You don't have to. The main thing is just to have your elbows close into your body. If you're seated in a chair, please sit as comfortably as you can. Please begin by following the breath in and down and up and out. Just do that for a while. As you exhale, release any tension that may be gathering in your mouth or around your body. Make any subtle adjustments your body suggests. Please notice at the beginning of your breath or at the end of the breath, you may notice a slight pause in the breathing before the inhalation or the exhalation starts up again. If you do, please be aware of it. Don't try and make it. It'll happen on its own. But be aware of that breath. Follow the breath to the end. And when you reach the pause, let your awareness settle into that pause. If only briefly. As you inhale now, take the breath down to the perineum, to the Muladhara chakra, which is about half an inch or an inch above the perineum, near the coccyx. And as you exhale, let the breath go up into the Anjuna chakra, which is in between the temples and the front and the back of the head, or to the Sahasrara chakra, which is above the crown of the head. But whenever you take anything to the Sahasrara chakra, always be careful not to stay there too long. And now, just open your eyes. The next practice I would like to do involves placing your awareness into a vessel. So if you did go and get a little pot or something like that, I have one here. I brought this from my grandmother's house. If you want to pause the video and go and get a pot, please do that. If you don't want to, you don't have to do that. What I would like you to do is to have your eyes on the pot. And as you breathe in and out, I would like you to place your awareness into that pot. Please don't try and force it. If it doesn't seem like it's coming to you, don't worry about that. Just use it as a practice. And after a while, you'll find that you'll be able to put your awareness there or anywhere while you're practicing. And it's a useful tool. And I like to use it. And I don't use it a lot, but I do use it from time to time. And I thought that perhaps you might like to try too. So, become aware of your breath. Follow the breath in and out. Then seemingly place your awareness into the vessel. And as you inhale and exhale, just try and keep your awareness in the vessel, but don't strain. Just keep it light, nice and light, like a butterfly's wing. Keep your face soft. Keep the tongue soft. Keep the roof of the mouth soft. And now, just draw your awareness back to you. Continue watching the breath going in and going out. I'd like you to put your awareness to the Anahata chakra, the fourth chakra, which is behind the breastbone, in between the breastbone and the heart. And I would like you to inhale through the breastbone to the chakra, letting your awareness remain there a moment, then exhaling out through the chest, about a foot out, letting the breath remain at the end of the breath. But when you come to the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation, I want you just to keep it gentle and just let the breath go out until it rather fades. And then when it fades, it just sort of pauses right there. Let your awareness remain there. It doesn't matter how far out the chest it goes or seems to go. And it's the same thing on the inhalation. Let the breath come in through the chest. Inhaling, you come to the end of the inhalation and you sit there with the pause. If there is a pause, you sit there with the pause for a moment or two, then you start the cycle again. So make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure your back is comfortably straight. Keeping your eyes open, half closed, or closed, depending on how you happen to feel. And begin. Don't force the breath. Remember to keep the roof of the mouth soft and the tongue soft. If you wish to practice Shavasana now, please do so. Shavasana is also known as the corpse pose. So just lay yourself down. Make sure you have something under your head, like a pillow. Make sure your legs are going straight down from your torso. Make sure you feel comfortable. Cover yourself with a blanket if you like. When you are ready, please just open your eyes. That last practice is one of my favorite practices. I hope you all have a lovely season and that you all remain well. May our practice be a benefit to all beings, and may all beings know happiness and the causes of happiness. Thank you for coming.